Good evening, ghouls and ghosts. We're on another late night terror train to another terrible film destination. This week we watched 12 Rounds 3 Lockdown, as chosen by my beautiful co-host, Owen.
Yes, I actually bought it.
Oh, this poor bastard paid money for this poorly shot thing.
Very poorly shot.
So bad. Dean Ambrose can't act when he's not being himself. So he can't act.
It always amazes me when you see a wrestler in a movie and you're like, they're kind of believable in the ring a lot of times. And then it's just like, what are they doing? They're just reading cue cards or something.
It's so bad. Anyway. So do you remember much about the movie? Because the movie bored me to tears.
I remember most of it.
Most of it? Oh. I know Dean Ambrose is a troubled officer who has recently recovered from being shot.
Yes.
And I guess shot someone. His partner, right? Or his partner got shot, right?
His partner died in the same shooting.
Ah, right.
And the other officer blamed him.
That's right.
But first, it starts out with Burke, the dirty cop, with some of his other dirty cops.
Oh, that's right.
Shooting a guy who had evidence on him, which we did laugh at because they get a computer out with the evidence on it and they shoot it twice. And that was they destroyed the evidence.
Evidence destroyed. No more evidence. All gone. Nope. You don't see the fact that you can just take the hard drive out and put it in a different computer. Nope. No evidence. It's all gone. But it's not the only time that happens, and we'll get to that later. But
yeah. Jeez. And on the guy's corpse, they find a USB drive that's disguised as a credit card, and they put it into the evidence locker. Dean Ambrose says Shaw is back, and he's looking at the pictures of the guy that was shot, and he goes and gets the evidence before Burke ends up coming back to get it. And then shit starts kicking off at that point.
It took 40 minutes to get there, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it introduces you to a rookie, which she barely comes into play.
Oh, poor rookie.
I really didn't understand that part. So Burke gets the blonde girl rookie and demands that Dean Ambrose shows himself on one of the cameras, which is actually quite a little ways into the movie, but up to this point, I think he's shot maybe a couple of the dirty cops. It doesn't really matter.
He's got 12 rounds left. That's all I remember. They kept telling us how many rounds he had left.
Because Burke pulls a fire alarm to make everybody leave. Because his plan is just to shoot Shaw in the face. And
to implicate him in the crime and make it look like he shot everyone who gets killed in the process of what they're doing. What was it I was going to say? Shit. I went blank. Damn it. Oh, well. It was nice while it lasted, huh, folks?
So as soon as Dean Ambrose reveals himself on camera, Burke just shoots the blonde rookie in the head, which I guess just because he's a good cop, that's why he didn't want, I'll reveal myself so you don't kill her. Because he has no connection to her at all. He's been gone for 7 months. She's only been there for a month.
But he can't let someone who is innocent just die, right? Like,
which we don't even see the death. It's just off camera.
Yeah, it's true. And then the one guy just sits there in the camera room with the corpse for the rest of the movie till the end when he, yeah.
Also for the fact that he shot her with his own pistol. I don't know how he was going to frame that on Dean Ambrose.
It's a very specific type of pistol. It's a Kimber 45 Kimber or whatever. I'd like to note that, like, at first, like the first time he goes, I got 12 rounds. All right. And I got 6 rounds. And then the other guy goes, you got 2 rounds. So at least it wasn't like Dean Ambrose looking at his gun 3 times. At least they flipped up his head for the last one. Otherwise, it'd just be boring writing. At least they did something neat with that. Yeah, 1 for him and 1 for you. Oh, God. I delivered that better than Dean Ambrose just now. I'm high as fuck.
So there's a bunch of cops outside now. They're all gathering because they know shit's going down. Burke just being like, yeah, Dean Ambrose is murdering people. He's crazy.
Dean Ambrose is just suplexing motherfuckers through tables. Oh God, oh the humanity's broken in half.
And there's just a lot of, the cat and mouse shit, which is not important because it's boring. But he shoots one of the guys in the room, and he ends up tasing the corpse, which makes the corpse shoot the machine gun in his hand, and then it sets off an explosion in the lab. And then it looks like he was in the vent.
No, but that makes sense, right? Because earlier he set up a cable to electrocute a guy, so that's just a furthering of his wonky, really dark Home Alone traps, right? You're saying, I want to move Home Alone traps, well, you got one. They just have to use the corpse as an inanimate object.
Yeah, he does electrocute a guy to death. Although, so after the corpse shoots the gun, he makes it look like he went into the vents, which I was excited for because I was like, I hope he goes into the vents, but he doesn't. He makes it look like he did.
We need that moment where he's crawling through the vent and he goes, instead, go back to the force, have a little laugh. They needed that moment, but they didn't get it. We didn't get it. I'm sad.
There's a throwaway scene where the two of the dirty cops are like, they have history, don't they? It was like, yeah, Burke and Shaw used to be partners and best friends. And then that was the scene. So who gives a shit?
That scene didn't need to be there. A whole bunch of scenes of Shaw walking around and driving around and parking his car and going into a building just to go into an elevator. Stuff that's not revealing anything about the character.
He goes to the rooftop, calls the not the captain, but the head of their department.
Yeah, his direct supervisor or whatever.
Calls her, says they're dirty. He has evidence, blah, blah, blah. And then your favorite death, where he's...
Oh, yeah. Then we had the showdown, just like in Die Hard, on the roof, right? And but in this case, the Shaw pulls the pins on the grenades. I'm sorry, the smoke grenades are on his chest. And then inexplicably, the guy explodes in the worst CGI explosion I've ever seen.
They're clearly
I laughed out loud. It was great.
Smoke or gas grenades. Because later they use one, they put on gas mask and throw a gas grenade, and it lands next to him and just goes, psst, and then the smoke and gas comes out. And the exact same grenades, but for some reason, I guess if you pull two next to each other, they'll explode. I don't think that's what happened.
The gas grenade and a smoke grenade, and they chemically reacted, right?
Evaporated the guy.
I do want to say I like that your cat is just staring at us over your shoulder from your bed. It's pretty rad. Hi, kitty.
He's not amused.
He's not amused with Dean Ambrose's acting performance in this movie.
Yeah. And then, of course, the movie fashion where the bad guy captures the good guy. They take him to a room. He takes the evidence, drops on the floor, and steps on it.
Like that's going to break it. Or make it unusable. Really? Come on now.
And then he just keeps talking shit instead of just popping a cap in him. And then this is where the SWAT enters and they shut all the lights off, which I thought they were already off, but they not in that room.
Oh, my God. All the well-trained officers in this movie exhibited zero trigger control. 5 SWAT guys come in, start pulling triggers on full automatics and just start spraying everything. Indiscriminately. It's the worst movie cops ever. It's so bad.
Yeah. He ends up escaping. He shoots one of the other dirty cop who was in a bunch of movies. I think we spent probably 10 minutes just looking at what he was in.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of shit.
Scary movie.
His most notable accomplishment is that he's in Dead Man on Campus. He's a character actor. He plays a lot of cops and stuff. I forget his name. It's not important.
So he ends up calling the superior again, and she comes in a back door to meet him. I'm jumping way ahead because why not?
Because there's nothing important that happens, probably.
And she's talking to him, and that's where I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's going to turn. And she turns.
I actually didn't see it coming because
I didn't see it coming until that point. Like when she showed up, I'm like, I think she's dirty too. And then of course I'm like,
spoiler alert, guys.
Yeah. And then I'm like,
trouble.
As soon as Burke walks in, I'm like, he's gonna shoot her, which he does.
Of course.
Which is kind of funny because when the SWAT entered earlier, they just unloaded their entire clip into the building, and this time they all walk in and they just, like freeze.
That's because they're out of ammo from the other rooms, right? They're just faking it.
And Burke's like, there he is. He's killed all kinds of cops. And then I'm like, I bet you he recorded it because he had his phone out, and he did. Of course, the guy had to be like, I built all this. I had to tell everything that he was doing badly.
Of course.
Plays it for the main chief police. He tries to shoot Shaw. Shaw shoots him in the knee, cuffs him in the front, which was a callback to later. He had him handcuffed, and he had a key in his thing. That was a pretty funny scene because he's like, I told you never to handcuff people in the back because you don't know what they're doing. And Dean Ambrose just stares at him like a cocked head, like a dog.
Like,
what are you talking about?
A full 30 seconds, and then, oh, look, Burke's uncuffed because he picked his lock.
He's like, I'm fucking telling you, I'm uncuffing myself. He's like,
and you did nothing. All you do is slam him against the wall and elbow him a few times, punch him in the dick. Trust me, like, it would have been really easy to stop him at that point.
And it ends with...
And the reason this is so bad is not because the line is bad or the moment is bad. It's because they edited it badly. We should have seen him unlock his handcuffs, and then he should have delivered the line so that it's a surprise to him but not to us. So, like, saying the words and then showing it means that there's this huge disconnect. You should have done it and then said the words. It's just badly arranged edit.
Yeah.
Would have changed the entire meaning, and it would have been less annoying.
And Shaw just, like, all the SWAT and the main police chief are just staring at him, and then he just walks out the door, and then credits. Like,
yeah,
he'd be like, "Hey, we need to we need a briefing here. Like, what the fuck happened?"
I'd like to point out that Dean Ambrose did not a single fucking wrestling move, and that is criminal.
He sort of did a drop kick.
No, that's the other guy on him.
No,
all the wrestling moves happened to him.
Well, he kicked the guy with kind of a drop kick when he pulled the pins.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
It was like a lazy man's drop kick where you land on your back.
Yeah, he just pushed away from him or whatever. Hey, I got your pins. Oh shit!
The guy should have been like, I don't want to see your fucking rings. Because
the guy should have just jumped on him. If someone pulls your pin, jump on them. That's the answer.
We had a better idea where the smoke would have went off and he would have been like, ugh, ugh.
And then the universe would have kicked him off the roof, or he would have suffocated because the smoke coming out really fast right up here, and you're trying to breathe and you can't breathe like that. That's actually pretty fucked up. You just die because you can't get out of your vest fast enough.
And we kept being like, he's on the roof. Why doesn't he throw the evidence off? But it's a good thing he didn't because the girl was dirty.
That's true.
Maybe he already knew. Although he seemed...
Maybe he didn't trust her.
I liked the look. His look when she turned on him was just like a dead gape mouth, like
He was just witnessing the same thing. We were like, really? Damn, saw that coming. Shit.
It was so generic, and that's the thing. Like 12 rounds 1 and 2 are kind of the same formula, where a criminal is putting someone through 12 rounds to save their wife.
It's Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah. Even the second one with Orton is the same thing. Although he's not a cop,
isn't it?
He's no, it's Randy Orton.
So what DiBiase then?
I think he might have been in one of the ones that Miz is in now, Behind Enemy Lines.
Maybe. I don't know.
He's in the third one.
I know Ken Anderson's in the second Behind Enemy Lines or whatever. Anyway, sorry. And sorry about that. I just got distracted there.
Yeah. And or the Marine 2.
Oh, it's the Marine. That's what it was. The Marine 2 has Ted DiBiase. The Marine 3 has Miz.
And then Marine 4 is going to have Miz.
Yeah. It's the first time someone's come back to the Marine. Anyways, you were saying about...
It's so generic that it's almost painful.
It had a great premise that he has 12 rounds in his gun, and that's why the movie's called 12 Rounds. That's like a really cool idea. It's basically Die Hard, but with 12 rounds, and he has to think there's 12 guys, so he has one shot per guy. Like, that's a nifty little like exploration film, right? But the problem is every shot is super shaky.
Yes.
There are badly framed shots. There are shots where people have no headroom. There are shots where people are like this for like it's this. It's like, no, they have to be here. When it shakes, they should be here. Dipping them below the horizon or above the horizon is disjointed. And there's at least a few times when the camera would break the 180 rule, where it's showing one angle and it goes the complete reverse, even though it's already done. It's already done this kind of flip one direction, and it flips the other direction in the same scene. It just breaks the rule. You can't break this 180 circle, like a half circle. It's without cause, and this
it's
is
not like
edited.
It's not even like it's the action. Like, oh, they're fist fighting. Oh yeah, shake it up a little bit. There's a whole scene of them talking, and it's bobbing, of like two people talking, and it's bobbing the whole time.
I feel like someone's doing calisthenics while holding the camera.
It's like, what do we need? A steady cam? That's extra weight. I can just hold it. No, I can't.
No, I can't. My arms are too weak. Yeah, like there's a scene with talking heads. It's just Burke and Shaw talking earlier in the movie at a gun range, and it's just talking head. We're not looking at the reaction of the person to the other person talking like you're supposed to do in a movie. We're just looking at the person talking. Cut to person talking. Cut to both of them talking. Cut to person talking. Cut to person talking. It's not cut to reaction to person talking like it should be, right? You should start a sentence. You should cut to his reaction to what's happening. Cut back to him if there's a further, like, what he's like emphasizing or something. You know, like, there's a way to edit a movie. Like, I can't make a movie, but I know how not to make a movie, right? Like, that's, like, and this is just a badly made movie. And Ian Ambrose can't act when he's not being himself.
And they're really trying to force the whole, like, I got 12 rounds in my clip. But he had easily a handful of opportunities where he ran into one person and killed them. Could have grabbed their machine gun, their shotgun, the pistol they had on him. And he's just like, nah, I got 6 rounds.
No, he's a superhero, man. He's that's his challenge. He's so good at defeating criminals, he has to challenge himself just to make it fair for them. Otherwise, the movie would have been over in 10 minutes, man. He's like, you know what? I'm going to try to do this run with just 12 rounds. You're like, what the fuck?
And he killed maybe 4 or 5 with not a gun. He stabbed one in the neck. He electrocuted one. He exploded one.
Yeah, he missed a lot of times with the gun in the midst of all that. But, yeah.
And then we didn't even get the satisfaction of him shooting the main bad guy. Like, that's the whole point of an action movie. Like,
I don't know. He had to be a good guy.
Dead.
Modern good guy, you can't just kill him. That's the 80s trope, you know?
He blew everyone else away with a freaking headshot, but he did not kill that guy.
Here's my impression.
Granted, there was a bunch of people around him, so it would be straight murder.
Here's my thinking if I'm the director. I'm going to not have him kill him so it breaks the mold of action films. Yeah, keep breaking the mold by not working ever again, please. Please stop giving him work.
And they even gave him the opportunity because he pulled the gun. He could have easily just shot him in the head, but he tapped him in the knee.
Or shot him in the vest and knocked him down. But nope, shot him right in the fucking knee. It's like, Jesus.
Or just ran at him, gave him a drop kick, gave him his finisher move, made his head explode. Double
underhook DDT on the fucking computer.
Yeah, just
handcuff him while he's laying there on the ground. You know?
That movie, it would have made it a 10 out of 10 if that would have happened. You just see his head explodes like a melon.
If you just put faster odds shoots and his head just exploded on screen, I'd be like, that was worth it. You know?
I think a double underhook DDT and his head exploded like a melon would have been much better.
I would have fucking given it 2 thumbs up for that shit.
And then, like, it would have the ridiculous shot of all the SWAT being splattered with blood, and they're all like, ah.
Holy fuck! Shaw's insane! Hey, what's some of the sons of bitches such rock bottoming people desperate and shit? Like, what the fuck? Here comes the pain, and then Brock Lesnar comes out, fucking SWAT gear. I'm like, ah, fuck. Bam! 12 rounds 4.
Brock Lesnar edition.
Lockdown 2. Starring Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose. What the
Buddy
fuck?
cops.
buddy cop comedy. Oh my god, that'd be great. Oh my god, if they did a buddy cop, we'd have to watch that. Oh my god. Oh Jesus, please, please! It's too hilarious. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Not even that tired.
This movie.
Yeah, this movie was bad. It's bad. I feel guilty paying $3 for it.
Whoever the New York City movie guru is full of shit. It's high voltage action thriller.
No, see, that's misquoted. He's like, this wants to be a high voltage action thriller, but it's just terrible. And they just took, can we use your quote? Like, sure? And they just took a snippet. Like, okay, I guess.
Also, the back says this fight will end in bullets, but that's not true either.
Technically, it didn't. It ended with being nothing.
It should end with bullet.
The bullet. This ends with bullet. Oh god, this is the weirdest fucking episode. It's great. Oh, I should have probably gotten the movie ready.
All I want is if you have a wrestler in your movie, they have to do one of their moves, signature moves.
Right?
It should be law.
It's a requirement. Think. No. No.
He's looking for Hulk Hogan in his Hulk Hogan collection. His shelf of Hulk Hogan movies.
Oh yeah, so many of those in the fucking wild.
Like Suburban Commando.
There it is. All right, so the next episode, or the next episode we're recording, I should say, is this awesome Blu-ray right here called No Holds Barred, starring Hulk Hogan in Tiny Lister. Original music by Jim Johnston, the current music supervisor and creator of all the WWE themes.
Rip it.
Oh god, this movie is so bad. It's gonna be so much fun though.
Yeah.
This is bad in a good way.
Last time I saw it was on VHS back in the 90s.
Jesus. Oh, exclusive bonus features include classic tag team matches of the Hall of Famers.
Is there commentary by Hulk Hogan?
SummerSlam match with Zeus and Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan and Bruce Beefcake. In other words, two matches, a match they couldn't sell you if they tried. A No Holds Barred match revisited. Tag team steel cage match from 1989. So they have the whole feud when this movie came out. They have both matches from the feud.
That's pretty nice.
That's nice. That's the only fucking special features other than the photo gallery. We don't even get a trailer.
There's no commentary by Hulk Hogan and Tiny?
No, but there should have been. Vince McMahon poster, Vince McMahon commentary while he's on like cocaine. It's like when they created the movie. Guys, the thing with they created this movie. I'm gonna tell us next episode, but they created the movie by locking themselves in. Him and Hogan, Vince and Hogan, locked themselves in a hotel room with coke and booze, and just wrote until the movie was done. This movie is cocaine in movie form. I would say this is the closest thing to actually being on cocaine is watching this movie. So.
It's a bold statement.
It's bewildering, exciting, entertaining, and awful all at the same time. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're going to watch on the next recording, which for you here on YouTube is next week, most likely. So that'll be fun. Do you have any last words, my friend? Anything else to add to this?
If you're going to watch a 12 rounds movie, just watch the first one.
Don't even do that.
Do it.
Don't
watch
watch anything with Randy Orton in it.
Well, that's the second one.
Randy Borton.
I'm just saying, if you're really hankering for a WWE 12 rounds movie, watch the first one.
I can't wait until they do Countdown. It's going to happen.
It'll have to be later.
Yeah, it's going to have to be later. But
later.
Anyway.
Let's come out first.
It's out. It's already out. It just came out.
Oh.
It came out this week, I think. So, all right. Thank you for joining us for this recording of Psychotronic Coast. Hope you enjoy the movie more than we did, because we certainly didn't. I give it 1 star. You have a rating?
Half a star.
Damn. That's cold. And with that, we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.